Well, everyone, hey, welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. I hope you're having yourself a great day. The top sale just went live. It just ended. Well, it went live 2 hours ago. I just was able to check out. I know a lot of people were having a lot of problems. I was able to check out actually twice. I think what happened on the thing, I was able to get 2 boxes. We'll see what else. I'm going to try again after this because it seems like what they're doing is they're kind of filtering everything through. So I actually had 2 different browsers up and I kept like refreshing on both browser. I got through on one browser and then like 10 seconds later I got through on another browser. I was able to put them into a cart. The cart spun a little bit, and then I would refresh the cart, right click, open cart in a new window. The cart would go, and then I was able to get to a checkout page, and then the checkout page was spun for like 10 minutes before it finally popped up and said order confirmed. So it was a little bit of a weird release. I know there's a lot of things going on, different links and stuff. The website crashed, a little crazy. My own personal experience, and I don't even know how to do a bot. I had no botting, anything like that. Just Control R, Control R, Control R. I had 2 different browsers. I had Google Chrome and I had Firefox open. So I was able to get in on Google Chrome, and then the next one popped over. So it seems like they're still going around. I'm sure by the time this video goes up at 7 o'clock or whatever, they will be sold out. It also said that it was available for 14 days, but then Mike posted on the Discord server that it was not. So we'll see what happens with that. I don't actually care. I just want to open them up. I'll probably keep one of them sealed, open up the other one just so I have something cool to display. Anyway, let's hop in and do a Metazoo Cryptid Nation market update video. And lots of stuff going on. This past week was super, super popular. If you want access to a collection tracker from Metazoo, this is an example of the Flesh and Blood tracker, but they look almost identical. Head on over to patreon.com/KitchenTableTCG, where you can get yourself access to that. It's a great collection tracker. It updates the values in real time anytime I do this video. And then also patrons, we had wave 1 of the presale for Nightfall last week, and we will have wave 2 as soon as I get allocations from PhD, and then we will have a wave 3 that we're going to do as a lottery system for anybody who missed out on those waves. So we'll see how many boxes I'm able to get from other networks and stuff. So anyway, let's hop in. Let's talk about Cryptid Nation Kickstarter. We're going to try to keep this video to like 10 to 12 minutes, so we're going to kind of rush through. Right now, there's 2 sold listings I want to talk about. I don't think that the non-alternating is accurate here. So on the bottom, you got the non-alternating. On the top, you have the regular one. And there was sold listings for the Kickstarter. This is for the non-alternating at $9,200, and then you see the first edition. The Kickstarter at $9,500. So this is 3 days older. I do know of a private sale that was told to me. I don't have evidence of the sale, and that's why I don't include it here. That a non-alternating box sold for $11,400 in a private sale. Again, I don't have evidence of that, so I'm not going to include it. But I will tell you about it. But as far as the tracker goes, I think that honestly, I think honestly these 2 will eventually kind of even out as we've seen more Kickstarter boxes open than non-alternating. I think the non-alternating will always have a premium. I just think the difference will start evening out. And we saw that last week too, where they were kind of getting closer. That's just my personal opinion. Anyway, moving on. Let's go on to the cards. There's really nothing moving at all for the non-foils. It's not even worth talking about, honestly. The non-foils, really nothing, just like no changes from this week to last week. This is just TCG low is what I use for these. So they've actually gone down 3%. Again, I just don't think that's where the market is. The market doesn't, especially the Kickstarter ones. The market doesn't really care about the non-foil ones. So that's silver. I'll just tell you real quick. The non-foil silvers also dropped 2%. The hollows though seem to be what everyone's interested in. You've got a lot of movements going on. Tripodora, that one's kind of old, but you've got some movements going on up and down on lots of things. The reverse hollows are down 1%. We had super great increases in the previous kind of couple weeks. It's really the gold stuff that people are interested in though. Let's go on to the reverse hollow silver. Those actually lost 24% this week. Kind of interesting to see some of that stuff happen. The gold seems to be where everything is. The reverse hollow gold this week, tons of market movements. Let me show you the percentages. Sorry about that. We're up 13% to an average of $123 per card. Some of these ones you're seeing are just ones that haven't moved. We haven't seen updated prices for, but a lot of them are going up. Like Forest Gods Amber going up to $58 from $45. Chaos Crystal actually dropping down to $4.50. Let me show you something that's interesting here. This Chaos Crystal reverse holo selling for on eBay for $780 here for a reverse holo Kickstarter. It is reverse holo for $780. Meanwhile, there's your PSA ones for all you high rollers. But meanwhile, on TCG Player, there's still one available for $450. Now, this is what I've learned through a lot of conversation with people. This is what I've learned that overseas, you cannot purchase on TCG Player. So the eBay market would be more for if you're looking at stuff as a global scale, this would kind of be your valuation. But just in the US, you can get cards for a little cheaper because you have multiple markets. And that's where you see this one that's currently available on TCG Player for $450. So super interesting to see that. I'm not sure how to calculate out things differently. I'm just going to kind of try to share some of those for you guys. There was another one. The other one was Babe the Blue Ox was sold on eBay for $260, but it was listed currently for $200 on TCG Player. Anyway, there's a lot of that going on. All that being said, the average is up 13%. Looking at your holo golds then. Mothman sale, still the same one from 4,500 or 1,400. The rest of them are all ticking up. We're starting to see a lot of just slow increases, big increases. Forest Gods Amber, a huge increase. You've got Chaos Crystal at 1,200, a huge increase, up 26%. The general market is moving forward. There are a few instances of things moving down, but as a whole, your average price point is up 26%. Very, very interesting to see the connection between sealed and singles both moving forward. Honestly, I would have thought that something like Kickstarter, you would start to see the sealed product be highly more valuable than the singles product, especially with as many box openings as we're seeing in box breaks from the box breakers. But there were a few of them that were moving down, like Loveland Frogman moved down to 390. A lot of fluctuation in some of these as people kind of pick up. Honestly, one of the things I thought of was, are people just picking up the cryptid from their own location for collecting? I think that's a really cool thing that you see with Metazoo. Anyway, lots of movement, up 26%. So let's get to the EV calculation real quick. This will be the same from first edition to Kickstarter. I know that boxes were hand-packed, so it's all randomized, but this is the official kind of stuff that they gave us. 6 1/3 reverse holo bronze, 4 1/2 reverse holo silver, 13.2 reverse holo gold, and 12 holo gold. All that calculated out. Your true box EV then is 8,717. That includes the non-foils, but this one right here includes just the rainbow foils at 6,240. So you are starting to see the price point be different. For the first time, we'll see. For the first time, it's not worth it to open up a box technically. But you can see the price point moving. The box EV compared to is moving 16%. What I'm trying to say is that they're moving up kind of percentage wise. It's really hard to talk about this stuff. They're moving up percentage wise. So we are up 16% this week on the non-foil values. And we are up. The expected value obviously goes down if you include the non-foil values. Meanwhile, that sealed percentage, you are up crazily at 74%. So I guess what I said previously was more relevant to last week. But now this week we are seeing increased percentages of 70% on the box price. So crazy stuff. Let's move on over to first edition. Let's see if it's the truth there. Maybe that's what I was trying to say. Meanwhile, sealed EV on the first edition, we might have to separate these. There's a lot of stuff to talk about in one video. First edition EV sitting around $900 for the box price. Now you're already seeing Cryptid Nation pre-orders for $240 for Nightfall. There's some available at $840. I didn't know really what price to use because after I did this, it popped up for $1,000 on Facebook. You can get them a little bit cheaper than that. I'm trying to again stick to public sales for Metazoo. It's just a lot easier. And there's so many more cards, so it's really hard to look them all up. Your non-foils, again, nothing's really moving on the non-foil side. Everything's kind of down a little bit. Most of your movement's going to be in the rainbow foil. or the reverse hollow or the regular hollow. So let's move on. Reverse hollow bronze, we're up 80%. A lot of movement in first edition. This is where I was going to talk about that the sealed box and the singles are kind of moving laterally right now. Reverse hollow silver, you're seeing an increase of 23%. Let's go to reverse hollow gold. We'll talk about a couple of the specific ones. Mothman up to 165 from 83. Remember last week I showed you there was a bunch available at 83, but on eBay they had sold for higher. That's where the stuff gets relevant. You've got Pizza Bird going up to 19. Metal Man of Alabama, one of my favorites, up to 13. Chaos Crystal up to 90. You're seeing an 81% increase after a week of 41% increases. The market's crazy, man. The market's absolutely crazy. Hollow Gold, I just report the news, everyone. Hollow Gold is up 48% off of 64% up last week. So you're seeing a lot of increases. Again, Chaos Crystal, your kind of buzzword ones. Ghost Train up to 70. Your Silver Bullet up to 65. Sam Sinclair up to 109. Let's see, where's Mothman? Up to 400. And remember earlier on release week, we saw sales of Mothman at 500, and we saw a huge tank down to 150. So super interesting to see the most recent one at 400. Bigfoot at 40. Box toppers, you're seeing it's hard to find sales that aren't graded on the red ink. There was a sale of a red ink. I can't remember what it was, but it was sold for $12,000. I think it was PSA 10 if I remember correctly. Your average box topper does not include the red ink, and that is sitting at $77 as you see some of these ticking up. And your EV calculation, then, it does include the box topper, is sitting at $886. So this is where I was trying to say, I said it for the Kickstarter, I meant to only say it for first edition, but your singles are going up laterally with the sealed box price. It'll be interesting to see if that shifts like it did with Kickstarter or not, but your singles, your EV is sitting at $886, and that does include, of course, the box topper there in that calculation. So you're sitting at $886. Meanwhile, then, your box price, this one is weird. So like I changed this to $840, or what I changed it to $900. So if we keep this up, you're up 10%. You're seeing your singles come out in line with the sealed product. Now, what will be interesting is to see if this goes differently like it has with Kickstarter. So that's your EV. Again, if you want access to all this as a collection tracker, you get the updated values. I'm going to try to update this every Thursday. That being said, I'm at 12 minutes. I was really trying to keep it short and simple for you guys to make sure we get through the video. Head on over to patreon.com/KitchenTableTCG where you can get access to that collection tracker. And I am going to have wave 2 and 3 of the pre-orders for Nightfall for patrons only. You are limited to one bundle per patron. I'm doing my best to get as many bundles as possible. We sold out in 90 seconds. We sold out of about 100 bundles in 90 seconds. That was enough. I had enough bundles in that pre-order for 10% of patrons. So we should see wave 2 pop in with less people looking to purchase because 100 people have already purchased. It should go a little bit more smooth for wave 2. Let's hope. And then wave 3, I'm going to take any patron who is interested and who did not get a bundle, and they are going to get an opportunity to be in a raffle to get wave 3. So hope you guys have a great day. Remember to be kind to the people around you, and we will see you again next video.